This is the Trade Machine Podcast. My name's Alex Sons. I'm here with Hunter, my younger brother. Hunter, what's going on?
What's up?
And Rich, what's going on, man?
Chilling as always.
Man, it is the off season. And during this off season, one of the things we've been doing is drafting our candidates for each award. A couple weeks ago, if you missed it, you can go back and watch our podcast where we drafted MVP candidates. It was a lot of fun. And then tonight we are drafting most improved player candidates, which is a really fun award. And people from all over the place end up winning it. So I'm pretty pumped about it. We randomized the draft. It was the same order as last time. So we might just stick with that for the rest of our draft series.
Wow.
And Hunter, shut up, bro. Are we really doing this already?
I'm just saying, leaving me with the last pick every time.
Okay, but you get pick 3 and 4. You act like that's a bad thing. You have the best pick. Statistically.
You're probably going to get who you want anyway, because I know who I'm picking for my first.
Exactly. All right, bro. He's taking Luka.
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right. I got pick number 1. And there's a guy I really want to get. I don't think he's going to fall to me. I hope he will. But I have to take Andrew Nembhard 1.
I like it.
He's currently second in the odds.
Right.
He averaged 9 points per game last year. If you make the statistical argument, there's no Halliburton. I think he's going to easily average 15, 16 a game, jump between that 7 to 10 points per game you need. And they're still going to be a decent team, even without Halliburton and without Miles Turner, just because that they're better than the other teams in that 6 to 8 range in the East.
Yeah.
So they're
That's
going
why
to be
they're
really
in the
good.
finals.
Nemhard's a baller, offense, defense. He's only 24. So yeah, man, I think this is his award to win. I think, unless somebody comes out of nowhere.
I don't know. Can't really trust your list, Alex.
Why can't you trust my list?
Daniel's still on the Pelicans.
Yeah, I know. What's funny is it's just not updated. Why do you got to do this? They don't even see the list. I give you a list because you did no prep, Hunter. You didn't do any prep. Okay.
I was going off my head. I didn't need to have a list.
Yeah, your head's big as hell too, so you probably did have it all in there. All right. Anyways, any comments on Nembhard?
I mean, it's a good pick, bro. He's got the opportunity. I mean, that's kind of what it's about, having an opportunity to get, even be in the talks, which what better opportunity than having your star player go down? You're pretty much, I don't know if I put him in. I mean, you got Pascal Siakam there, but as far as most improved, I think he's got the best chance, there from a, contending team last year. So eyes are going to be on him too. So, the little stuff is going to be noticed.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about he fits all of the things you need for most improved. He wasn't too good last year regular season. He's one of the guys. He's one of the all-time. He plays better in the playoffs than he does in the regular season guys.
Mm-hmm.
But also, he is going to have a huge role. He's a young guy. He's really good. He's got the opportunity. I think he's a good pick. Rich, you got the second pick of the draft. I'm really interested to see who you take.
Yeah, man.
What are we thinking?
Initially, I was going to take another Laker. It was going to be Austin Reeves here. But because I don't think this guy, I think Hunter might have his eye on him. I don't want to let him go too far. I just watched a video of him on YouTube. It was literally just him practicing, running some drills. But Amen Thompson, man, Houston Rockets. No, you weren't thinking about him?
You weren't taking Amen on her?
Bro,
There's only one person I thought about, and I don't think it's the best pick.
Yeah. Well, see, look, you got who you wanted to do it. But nah, I think Amen, you talk about opportunity. You take away Jalen Green, who was, kind of a high volume guy. And then you have a man who's someone that I think is willing to put in that work to elevate his game in the offseason, not just he's already special as far as athleticism. So if he can add a jumper to his bag, get him up in the scoring column a little bit more, maybe we'll see how he fits with KD. Man, it's hard to say because we've only seen him in this Houston Rockets system that's been with kind of trying to force Jalen Green to be the guy. But now having him gone and the door is kind of wide open, there's possibilities are endless for him, man, bro. He's got the talent, so I'd like to see him take that step.
Yeah, what's interesting for me too is I think Amin's going to fit awesome next to KD because he's like this elite defender who is kind of playing point guard for them.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to be able to really shoot, but if he can shoot enough to stay on the floor, he's one of my favorite players in the league, man. He's who I really wanted to take, but just statistically, I felt like I needed to take Nembhard. Hunter, what do you think about Amin Thompson?
I think he was too good to get most improved. Is why I wasn't really thinking about him.
think so.
Oh, so you think he's already been? He was too good last year. See, I don't know if I disagree, but the only difference is the KD factor and him having the eyes on him. Like Houston's going to be that team, and now he has a whole year to kind of be one of the three
All-Star.
guys.
Which he could
get an all-star. Though, it's going to be tough though in the West.
Yeah,
because he's got two guys on his team that are probably getting it over him. Maybe Amin leaps over Şengün this year. I wouldn't be shocked by that at all. Another one of my favorite players, but yeah, Amin Thompson, absolute dog, great pick. All right, Hunter, Nembhard and Amin are off the board. Who you taking?
Going Scoot Henderson.
Scoot. Okay.
Scoot playing alongside Drew Holiday. Dame's not really going to play that much this year, or
I
at
don't
all.
think he's playing at all. I don't think he's playing at all.
Yeah. So Scoot's going to have like a real second guard, and so I think he's going to finally actually shoot more efficiently, and he's a good defender for his position. So
Yeah, has the same odds as Amin. That's essentially tied for fourth, or tied for fifth in odds at plus 2,000. There are 5 players with that. But Scoot is, we'll get to this guy later. He's not even the number one odds guy on his own team. Why would you take him, Hunter? What's the thing that you think is going to give him the edge that would take him from kind of disappointing player to he had some strides this year to now most improved player next year?
I think the Blazers are just a lot better to where you're on one of the worst teams. You're not going to play good for the most part. You're just going to look bad.
yeah.
You're on a decent team. There's a better chance of you playing good.
Yeah.
And a lot of point guards struggle their first 2 years and then play good. Like Garland.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the argument. At point guards, it takes a couple extra years than it does with guys who are wings or bigs. It just takes a minute. And so
Well, they have to control the whole floor, so yeah.
I think that's the argument if I was making one. Okay, Rich. Not Rich. Hunter, you get another pick. We're snake drafting. You take Scoot. All right. Who's next?
I'm going to start Thompson.
Asar.
Yeah. I thought about taking
Tell me
both
why
the
you're taking
twins.
Asar.
I thought about it.
It would be
Someone on that team other than Cade has to take a jump, and I think it's him.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs a small scoring jump, and I think that could do it. Because already, like, skill-wise, a top 15 to top 10 defender in the league.
Well, I say he's just as
He
talented
just needs
as
some sort of offensive game.
yeah. He's just as talented as his brother defensively.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the he hasn't yet shown
The
what
finishing.
Amin does as a finisher at the rim and also as a passer specifically. And Amin Thompson's like one of the best rebounders in the league. But Asar, when they were in Overtime Elite, was the MVP of the league. He was the better brother. Everybody thought Amin was going to project to be a little better, but Asar was the better shooter. So if we could see a little bit more of that, the Pistons are going to be an exciting enough team, I think, to do it. Personally. Rich, anything on Asar before you take your next pick?
No, man. Like I said, he's just as talented as his brother, defensively. But I don't know if y'all watched that the footage of them from overtime. They were both like, I mean, it was times you really couldn't tell them apart when whoever had the ball.
Yeah,
so overtime isn't the NBA; it's different. But
No.
I think like you said, if Asar can get that little bump in scoring, if he can show some flashes and be consistent as far as production and just uh, be a kind of a cornerstone of this team, I think he could. I think it's good. It's a good pick. I like it.
Once again, Hunter, your picks. You took Scoot Henderson, who is second in odds on his own team. And then you also took Asar Thompson, who is also second in most improved player odds on his own team. It's bold. I see. I can tell that you didn't prepare. This is good.
Just wait. One of them's gonna win, and it's not. I'm pretty confident. Other than your easiest pick and Nimhard, you're gonna be making terrible picks. It's just how it usually goes. But
What are you talking about, Hunter? What do you mean how it usually goes?
go ahead and take Josh Giddey, and
I'm not taking Josh Giddey. Well,
take
no.
Derek White. We know you want to do it.
I'm not taking Derek White. All right.
No, I know
Rich,
the real player he wants to take.
It's all you.
This is a little bit of a harder.
Steal him from him, please. Steal him from him, please.
No, I'm gonna go with somebody that we talked about on the previous episode, who I kind of was downplaying a little bit, but I think he could take that jump. Really because his team is going to need him to take this jump if they want to be in the mix. Is Jonathan Kuminga, man. I think he.
Ooh, Hunter, what's his nickname? All right, Rich, go ahead.
What's his nickname? I was waiting for it.
You don't know his nickname, Rich? I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening. His name is...
No, don't worry. She's not.
I didn't know. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait.
All right, I might have to edit that out. We'll see.
No. But
Until Grandma listens to that.
Talk to me about Kuminga. Make the case.
Kuminga, bro. I saw him at least, try to be the guy last year. There was a lot of points where I feel like he was out of control. He didn't really have, I mentioned him not having that it factor, but MIP is just about opportunity, bro, and he has the opportunity. This team is more or less falling apart from, not having a center.
And they're old.
Yeah, and
they're just an old team.
Aging out a lot of the time that doesn't look the greatest. Like kind of last year. Last year was okay. You have Steph on your team, so he's going to keep you afloat best way he can. But I think Jonathan Kuminga, if he can, kind of like we were saying about Asor, if he could add that, if he could get a bag offensively, consistent bag, if he can be a guy that you can't take off the floor in certain situations or for certain games. He doesn't have to be that for every game, but he just kind of takes that leap. It doesn't have to be a huge leap, but just keep them in games. Maybe certain points he wins games for them. I could see him winning MIP next year.
Yeah, he averaged 15 a game this year. He can easily get that to 20.
Yeah.
Like, he's just so athletic. He is... The thing with Kuminga is, like, we know all the downsides, which is no matter how talented he is, if Steve Kerr doesn't want to play you, then that means there's probably some kind of, like, attitude or locker room thing going on. I don't want to speak to that because I don't know the guy.
Yeah.
But, like, there's clearly something if Steve Kerr's not going to play you.
Mm-hmm.
And, but he has all the tools, the most important position in the league, which is he's a 6'8" wing who, in theory, can be a two-way player. He's extremely explosive. I wouldn't be shocked if he went out and had a 25, 3-5 season, sort of thing like that. Like, not 25, sorry, 20, 3-5 season, and like takes that 15 points per game up to 20, because they're going to need young players, and that's assuming he comes back. Most people seem to think that he's going to get it's going to be a sign and trade. The rumored teams are the Kings, the Bulls, and I even heard Phoenix. Any of those teams, he's going to need to play.
Yeah, I was about to say that's even, better if he can get off from under
Even
Steph
better.
and give more
Exactly.
opportunity.
Well,
then yeah.
Especially just a bad team where he just has all of the opportunity in the
Yeah.
world. What were you saying, Hunter?
There's a report that a trade would have been done if the Cavs didn't get Lonzo, because the Warriors wanted Lonzo back,
Would have hated that
but they're
for the
still
Cavs.
trying to get a trade with the Bulls. So.
Yeah, the Cavs don't need anybody else that wants to score the ball.
At all.
But
No, the Bulls were getting
Kaminga.
oh, I see. It would have been Alonzo
before the Cavs got Lonzo.
I see what you're saying. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I like the pick a lot, Rich, because there's all the downsides, but there's so much upside. Why not take a stab?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great. My guy fell to me.
Here goes.
I didn't think he was going to. Oh no, Hunter. I'm taking this is one of my favorite players in the league. He's the number one favorite to win the award. Denny Avdia. Denny Avdia, if you watched basketball in the last 2 months of this last season, he was one of the best players in the league. He was out of his mind. Last game of the season that he played, he had 37, 11, and 5.
Yeah.
He's a really good athlete, good stop and start with the ball in his hands. He can run the pick and roll, but he's also a wing who can defend. He shoots good enough, like 36, 37% from three. Almost at 36-7 from three, Hunter.
You're almost 30.
What's that got to do with anything? I don't have a month, Hunter. I'm turning 28. What do you mean? I have a month.
They try to speed up our process, bro.
They really are, bro. He's trying to age me out. He's putting me in a retirement home. Rich is like 2 weeks after me, so you don't get to do that.
Literally.
He's younger.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Whatever.
He's not wrong.
Denny Avdia, he can dribble, pass, shoot. He's a smart player. Like you said, Hunter, I think the Blazers are going to just get better. And since he was on a team that's kind of low-key, I don't think people were aware of how good he was last year. So I don't think he's going to have some of the same issues that like Amen Thompson or Jalen Johnson might have, where they were so good last year that they don't have the opportunity. You don't seem to think he's a good pick, Hunter. Why?
Because of that reason. He was too good last year. That was why I went Scoot over him. He averaged what? It was like 18, 5, and
17.
5, maybe more.
He averaged 17. Yeah. I don't remember the others, but it was good. I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, he was really good.
I remember he had a few triple-doubles.
He had 17, 7, and 4 is what he averaged.
Yeah.
47% from the field, 36.5% from three. Yeah, he's just a good player. Issue is, I just think the Blazers are going to be better and in the national conversation more, because I think it's going to be a lot like the Jazz a couple years ago, where they start off really good, and everybody's like, who is this team? Or like Sacramento, those first couple years with De'Aaron Fox, when they were bad every year except the year that the Celtics had their pick. And then they ended up making the playoffs and it ended up being pick 14. I think that was Romeo Langford. I was like, what the hell is this? I was so excited for that pick for years.
He was supposed to be good out of high school.
Yeah. You know what? A lot of us were supposed to do something out of high school. Now we end up, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but
At all.
definitely not talking about myself. Yeah, Avdia's a dog. The argument is just the Blazers are going to be good. What if he gets to 27-5? And he's the best player on a surprisingly good team. And he just does everything. He's my favorite kind of player.
He's going to be better than Drew Holiday then?
I mean, he's still young. Hunter's 24. Yeah, he's going to be better. He's going to be better on that team than Drew Holiday. I love Drew Holiday. Denny Avdia will be the best player on that team.
But think about Drew. He falls into his role so well. He's not even like he's not even worried about
Drew
sticking out.
He got traded there to be the dad in the locker room and to play insane defense.
He's a lot better than Ricky Rubio, but I feel like it's going to be the Rubio to the Cavs situation that kind of helped him break out into the contending team.
You think so?
I mean, that's a pretty good observation, though.
Good guard that's actually knows how to like facilitate the ball and get everyone involved, where it's not just go and score.
I think this is going to be an all-time high vibes team. The Blazers are kind of like the Nets back before Kyrie and KD destroyed the vibes. Maybe we get KD to tweet at us. I don't know. I love you, KD. I didn't mean that.
No, tweet at us. I'm talking shit.
No, he's beefing with Kyrie right now, actually. If we can hop on if you want.
What, bro? I gotta get on Twitter,
Looking
man.
aside, Alex.
But there's going to be a vibes team like the D'Lo, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen Nets team, like just some of those really exciting young teams that are all vibe. The Grizzlies a couple years ago before Dylan Brooks just made everyone hate them.
Yeah.
Where it's like everybody loves watching this team. It's a bunch of young guys that clearly like each other. Portland has the potential to do that, and then a guy like that is just. I'm really excited about this team, and nothing is going to be better for a Vibes team than the deal they just did to get back Damian Lillard, even if he doesn't play.
Oh yeah,
He's on a
It just
3-year
feels like
deal.
they're
He doesn't
setting
have
it
to
up.
play
City's
this
just gonna
year.
be on a high all year. Next 3 years.
Player coach.
Yeah, it's exciting. So kind of good player coach with Chauncey. Yeah, it's a great pick. Rich, where are we at? This is round 3. This is your last pick, right? No, we're doing 5 rounds.
Okay.
I'm tripping.
I was about to say that was gonna change my answer if it was my last one because I had.
No.
But
No, we got 5 rounds. Oh wait, I need to take another pick.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm
My
tripping.
bad. We're snake drafting. That's on me.
Now he takes Peyton Pritchard.
No, I'm not going to take Peyton. I really actually do want to take Peyton Pritchard, Hunter. You're not.
Hey, he was on my list.
No, but I'm waiting. Y'all ain't taking Peyton Pritchard. You know who I'm going to take? I'm taking Chet.
I'll take him just so you don't get him.
Chet.
Give me Chet. We just talked about this in last week's episode. Just kind of talking about we were comparing the Warriors 10 years ago and their start in their first championship to the Thunder and how this team could project if they wanted to become that kind of dominant of the next 10 years. And the thing that really changed to take the Warriors from 67 win good team to 73 win all-time great regular season team was Draymond went from elite defensive player to also an elite passer and playmaker and was a massive contributor to the offense. I think that Chet Holmgren has the opportunity to do the same thing. If he can figure out who he is offensively, the ceiling is the roof. Shout out MJ. But the ceiling is so high with Chet Holmgren that there's a world where he has a huge breakout year, wins most improved player. They win 70 games. He's in the running for defensive player of the year right up there with, and he's an all-NBA guy. That is a model for winning most improved player. We've seen it with like John Morant, who was already good and then went to another level, most improved.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those examples.
Should have been Darius Garland that year.
Hunter, I don't think anyone that's not a Cavs fan has ever once thought that Darius Garland should have won that award that year.
Just saying.
Are you serious? Like when we talk about that season, your first thought is Darius Garland should have won that award?
Cavs fan, Alex. What do you expect? Also, he went from role player that year to all-star.
Do you want a cookie?
No, but Darius Garland might deserve one.
He does deserve a cookie. Honestly, I would personally hand deliver Darius Garland a cookie if he would like us to. Yeah. Any thoughts on Chet? Rich, what do you see? You think it's a possibility?
Yeah, bro. He has to take some kind of step forward. And I don't see him quite yet being an all-star. But we talked about the dynasty last week. I feel like I'm just repeating what you're saying, bro. But we talked about the dynasty, building a dynasty last week. We talked about him kind of finding his identity. So this next year, I think every game is going to be proving grounds for him. Like, what are you really here to do? Who are you really here to be? And his ceiling is crazy. I mean, he could be an all-star this year. He probably had to take a pretty big leap, and he's got 2 other guys on his team that are going to be doing most of the scoring.
He's good enough defensively to do it.
Yeah.
The question is he going to be able to have enough statistical numbers on the offensive end to get there?
And, I mean, I liked what I saw this past finals, bro. Was him, taking critical threes, making critical threes.
5 blocks in Game 7.
5 blocks, stepping
Insane.
up defensively. So if he can kind of string together that from a game-to-game basis, not saying you got to get 5 blocks, not saying you got to knock down a ton of threes every game, but if he's doing things to help them win night in and night out and not just delegating everything to SGA or Jalen Williams, maybe like we see him take a little a step in like, hey, I want to win this game for us, and not necessarily taking the backseat offensively. Maybe they'll drop some more plays for him because he took that step forward. So I mean, we'll just have to see, man. But he's definitely got a case. He can build a case, I'll say.
Yeah, what's interesting too, who knows the way he operates, but I wouldn't be shocked if there's at least a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Him and Jalen Williams both got their max contracts this summer. Jalen Williams got the full max where he has the incentives to go up to 30% if he hits all NBA or any of those numbers. Where Chet Holmgren just got a straight 25% max. And so maybe he's looking around like, you giving Jalen Williams the full max and you just gave me the 25% max you could give me. I wouldn't be shocked if there's some kind of chip on his shoulder there too to go out and prove himself a little bit.
Right.
But he's a dog, so I think he's got the opportunity.
Definitely.
All right, Rich. Round 3, all you.
My next pick, man. I don't think it's a guy that y'all necessarily had your eyes on, or anybody would necessarily. But I see a path for him next year. I think that he's a good player. So far, he's kind of been an energy guy for his team, but I think he's got an opportunity now, especially with some of the moves they made this offseason, to be in a role if he can sustain it, because he can get put back. Like they could go back to a system where you're just kind of interchanging guys in this role. But Christian Brown in Denver,
yeah, I like it.
He's showed and I'm a KU fan, bro, so I love seeing him come in and ball out.
Yeah,
he won the championship the year after KU won, or he won the finals year after KU. He got the he was on a he was on a high coming out of college, bro. So I love to see that, but he was great defensively. He gave them what they needed from him offensively. Like I said, Michael Porter Jr. was kind of that guy that they were relying on more offensively. But when it came to him, whether he was in the dunker spot, taking Aaron Gordon's spot while he was sitting on the bench, or whether he was called to just kind of get him a bucket, or get the opportunity to get a bucket. More often than not, he was getting that bucket. So now with Michael Porter Jr. gone, you give him the ball. He's got the ball in his hands more. I think he produces more with Jokic, with somebody that, because Jokic isn't going to allow people on his team to make dumb plays. Like Russell Westbrook, even, Russell was,
it's one of the best years Westbrook's had because he was playing with Jokic.
Exactly, and Westbrook's going to be Westbrook. You saw kind of the boneheaded stuff he does sometimes, where it's just like Westbrook just
sound like a Lakers fan, bro.
And I was so excited for that, bro. I was so excited when he got to LA, but that was.
I told you how it was going to happen,
and it did. So
bro, I'm not a hater. I just
be that bad, Alex.
That was bad, bro.
I was kind of a Russell Westbrook hater. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And I've always been a fan of Russell Westbrook, but it's always the same thing, I don't know.
That's I love how hard he plays. He's just so boneheaded, bro.
Yeah,
it's the thing.
It's just not. It just don't work out. But Christian Brown, he's a smart player, bro. He's
spot up shooter, the cutter. Like he's the perfect Jokic player.
Yeah,
gonna play hard on defense.
I'm not sure what his numbers were last year, but I'm sure he could.
Good. He was already a most improved candidate. That's the only argument against him is he was so good last year. Can he take another step?
I think he can though. But if Michael Porter Jr. was there, he wouldn't even be on my radar right now. But with him gone, there's so much opportunity.
15, 5, and 2.5. Shot 39.7% from 3, 58 from the field.
Yeah,
Gosh,
so
he's good, bro.
You got a lot of we talk about and when you talk about like fantasy football, you talk about a player getting traded, you talk about targets being vacated. Now we're talking about shot attempts, ball in your hand more opportunity to create or
100% as a spot up shooter.
Exactly. Yeah. So I can see it happening, man. I like Christian Brown. I'd love to see it for him.
Well, the other thing too is that's the difference between playing with Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Johnson. Where Cam Johnson, he is an elite movement shooter, spot up shooter. He's gonna get all of those Michael Porter Jr. shots, but he's also such a good swing pass guy.
Yeah. Because
he had to create a little bit and with the Nets. And so the offense is just going to be better. We're talking about one of the greatest offense of all time probably is going to be way better next year.
Yeah.
And Jamal Murray has a hard time staying healthy. Christian Brown's going to have, I think, more opportunity to play the point because Bruce Brown is their backup point guard now, and it's not Russell Westbrook who's just going to have the ball all the time.
Right.
I think it's a good pick. Hunter, your third round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you taking?
You'll like this one, Alex.
Oh, please do it.
Bilal Coulibaly.
Ooh, I didn't expect that.
Who is
I
it?
love Coulibaly. Bilal Coulibaly of the Wizards. Nobody watches the Wizards, bro. You're straight. He was a first round pick a couple years ago.
I saw a couple Wizards games, but I wasn't watching. I wasn't,
Yeah.
He's
No. Put him on, Hunter. Tell him about Bilal Coulibaly.
Let me know.
kind of like the Asar situation, but a little bit better offensively at this point.
Okay.
He's a good passer, good defender, and an okay scorer right now. So if his scoring just goes up, most improved player, and they don't have a go-to scorer on the Wizards now. Because their go-to scorer was Jordan Poole, and he's gone, so...
Doors wide open, sounds like.
Chris
he's
Middleton
just...
or CJ McCollum. Well, it could be Trey Johnson, but...
I feel like CJ is more of like the Dame situation, though. He's going to be just a vet in the locker room for him. He's not really... He's going to have CJ is still talented, but, you got a lot of... Wizards are headed in the rebuild. They're in the rebuild direction, so... He'll have opportunity.
Yeah, the thing the Wizards have, they have a lot of guys that are not really good shooters, but really like super athletes on the wing. That AJ Johnson, I really like that they got in that Kuzma trade, which is like a sneaky, just like terrible trade for the Bucks that they gave up AJ Johnson to. They didn't need to do that.
I liked AJ Johnson for the Bucks.
Buff Carrington.
Keyshawn George.
Coulibaly. Coulibaly is a lot like...
Listen to my suggestion, huh?
No, I'm not talking about Keyshawn George, bro.
I was going with your list. You're just not going with it.
But Bilal Coulibaly is
athletic wings, and he's just
extremely athletic, 6'8", can't shoot, but he's a good defender. Gave you 12, 5, and 3 last year.
His shooting improved.
Yeah, what if he shoots better? He went from 28% to 30. No, he went from 34.6 his first year to 28% last year. If he can get back up to that 35 number,
I felt like it. Well,
that's a really good team.
I thought it improved, but I guess it didn't.
Yeah, he had an extra attempt a game, but if the shooting can improve, he's not going to be with Jordan Poole, who's CJ McCollum knows where his money's coming from now. He knows he's towards the end of the road. He's going to be a better vet. Same with Chris Middleton.
He's also not a primary ball handler at any point in his career. So
that's a good pick, Hunter. Coulibaly, good shout. Honestly, I think it's a terrible pick.
You probably
could have got him. You probably could have got him several picks. You wanted him over Asar Thompson?
Not. I didn't mean Asar. Sar.
Oh, Alex Sar.
I just said Asar. I meant Sar.
Oh man. Okay. I think you reached a little bit because I don't think I was taking him, and we know Rich wasn't taking him.
This is the last pick. It's this and the next pick are the last one. So.
No, it's not. This is round 4 right now. This is your 4th pick right now.
Yeah, I'm back-to-back picks. It's the same thing. It's just picking him now.
Okay, Hunter. Why are we doing this?
Because you're just wrong.
It's part of the show now, bro. Y'all have to get into it at some point.
Part of the show. Hunter's going to be a dumbass. Excuse my language.
I'm just pointing out what you were saying.
Go on ahead, Hunter.
All right, you weren't going to take this guy either, but Khalil Ware.
Oh.
Wow.
Where?
I haven't heard that name in a minute.
That's funny. I gave Hunter the top 25 odds players for the award, and he has already taken
I went to
my
own
outside
list.
of those.
I went to my own list.
Khalil Ware, give me the argument.
I feel like the Heat are going to be better than what they were. If he just stopped shooting as much as he did and focused more on playing the paint game on offense, it would be better. Yeah. Defense was there if he's a little more consistent. He was already, 8-8 guy or around that?
9-7.
Yeah. And him and Bam were just taking too many threes for what they shoot.
He shot 31% from 3. If it's a young player on a team that's not going to win, a 7-footer could shoot 31%. I say throw him
he can
up
shoot
and see how much
threes.
better he can get.
It felt like that was his go-to move on offense was shoot threes.
Yeah, he's too big to be doing that. He needs to roll more. I agree with you. Rich, you watched a lot of Khalil Ware this year?
Yeah, because I saw Miami. I was watching a lot of Miami.
Yeah.
I think there was. I'm trying to remember. There was a moment where he just kind of pissed me off. I hate when tall guys do like act like they're not tall.
Act like
And,
they're guards.
yeah, and it's just like you were saying, Hunter. If he was just stop shooting and kind of get in his bag in the paint, like you have so much more, impact on the game. But like they rather do dumb shit and dribble. Well, I guess.
Like you got Tyler Hero on your team, bro. He's a dribbler.
Come on, man. Just get to your spot, get your bucket. That's all you need to do.
But that's the argument, though. Is the whole thing with Khalil Ware was work ethic, off the court stuff. That's why he fell in the draft.
Yeah.
He went to Miami, which is the ultimate. Like they make those guys like model citizens.
Right.
He looked really good.
Right.
During
It's
the
like
year too.
like Hunter and I, we were just talking with our brothers about the Chiefs, and Nathan's a Patriots fan, and he tried to talk to us about how the Chiefs love criminals. Like, bro, your team is the Patriots. Aaron Hernandez was on your team.
You got the
What
second
are you
most
talking
famous
about?
one of
Right.
all time, yeah.
Like, Aaron Hernandez was on your team. Anyway, but
That's
the Khalil
criminal.
Ware, that's the, and even like just a couple weeks ago,
Well,
Spoelstra had
probably
a
second.
well, but OJ was out the league when he was doing his stuff,
Right.
right? And also, not guilty. That's all.
Like,
It didn't fit, bro. It didn't fit.
It didn't fit. The glove don't fit. Anyway, like Spoelstra just a couple weeks ago when he was talking about Khalil Ware, he basically was like, he's got to get his act together. And so you got a coach that's going to be that honest with them, that's not going to skirt around it. You know Pat Riley's not going to mess around, bro. He's
Yeah.
old. He's losing it.
Right.
Who knows what he's saying at this point?
Everything. He probably didn't let out.
Honestly,
couple
had a
slurs.
great pick. He probably okay.
also, that one's a great pick. But
Who knows?
Koulibaly was.
Yeah, I think Khalil Ware was a great pick. I think Koulibaly was I'm just going to be honest
I
with
would
you.
have liked the Koulibaly one. That was one of your favorite players to watch. That's
Who
not a Celtic.
knows? Who knows? Hi, Rich.
Now,
Fourth round pick.
is this our last pick or we got one more round?
You got one more pick.
All right, so I think with this one,
Take Peyton Pritchard.
never. I take Austin Reeves before I take Peyton Pritchard.
I just don't want Alex to have him.
You don't deserve fast PP.
Hey, I might take him if that's his nickname. No, I swear. But I think I'm
It's
gonna
the
go.
only thing Alex has ever called him.
I think I'm gonna go with another Rocket here, bro. And Torrey Eason.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, Torrey. Like, I'm kind of in. I'm really infatuated with the Rockets team right now, bro. Like, I had KD as an MVP pick, and this is my second Rocket as MIP possibility. But I think Torrey Eason also is one of those guys who's maybe not as athletic as a man, but
He's
Alex,
up
your
there,
phone's
bro.
Under your mic.
Oh, my bad.
he can. He's just a bucket, bro. And he's one of those guys that kind of gives you that edge that you need, that toughness he brings. It could be really difference making for a team, and whether it's him or a man that kind of takes that, or both of them that take the lead forward, I think more than any other team in the league, they have for one Kevin Durant, but they also have great coaching. And a coach that's willing to give them opportunities to be great. So, I'm excited to see him play next year, man. Torrey Eason is one of those guys. Like I said, he's going to give you everything. I think he's one of those guys that also is willing to take that leap forward and put in the work to be better. Just from what I've seen over the past couple of years, he's gotten better and better every year. And I believe in him, man. I believe.
If Clay and Steph are the Splash Brothers, I don't know what we call Tari Eason and Amin Thompson.
The Clash Brothers.
But some like that, man. They're
That's
insane. They're terrifying. No, it wasn't stupid, bro. We're clipping that.
What
It's
up,
happening.
TikTok?
First one.
What's good? Yeah, it's our first clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for a lineup with the Rockets next year. They have to roll it out with Amin Thompson, Tari Eason, Kevin Durant, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Jabari Smith. and just go 5 wings basically, and play Jabari at the 5. It's kind of like the stretch 5. I'm excited about it. Tari Eason, great pick. I like it. I got my last 2 picks. I got 3 guys I'm kind of debating between. The first one, I feel pretty confident about. I'm going to take Jaden Ivey. Hunter, you took Asar Thompson. Jaden Ivey, he was hurt last year. It felt like he was on a trajectory to have a really great year. But we just talked about this a couple weeks ago. One of our first pods, we were talking about the Pistons as a sleeper and how they need that second scorer next to Cade. Jaden Ivey has the potential to be that kind of guy. He is a bucket. And, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he averaged something in the 20s with this team. And he could easily be a top 4 seed in the East. And Jaden Ivey's the second best player on the team. Most improved. I see all of it. I see the argument. So I'm going to take Jaden Ivey just because he fits that mold of like electric guard wing. That's going to get the highlights. He's going to have a lot of points on the board. It feels like it makes sense. Then for my last pick, Hunter, I'm going to let you pick it. Okay? I'm going to give you 2 options. All right? You can pick.
Derek White.
Derek White's not an option. But thank you. Derek White's too good to be the most improved player. He's already one of the probably, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10
that's
best
why I
players
don't get why he's got such high odds right now.
Because he's going to be their second scorer unless it's Simons. We'll see.
He was on the Team USA.
I understand that, Hunter, but they're haters. They don't understand how good. You have no idea how good Derek White is. Shouts out that dude on TikTok. You have no idea how good Tim Duncan is. But Derek White, that's how I feel all the time. Anyway, you can pick. I'm going to let you pick between Jalen Wells and Jalen Johnson. Pick the Jalen.
Jalen Wells.
I think it's who I was going to pick too. Because Jalen Johnson, I already think he's the best player on the Cavs.
Too good.
That's what I think too.
So.
He's the best player. He would be the best player on the Cavs, low key.
No, he would not. He might get 4th. He's fighting for 4th.
Oh, he's the second best player on the Cavs right now.
That is just definitely not true. Okay.
All right. Anyway, so we won't talk Jalen Johnson.
Celtics fans never have good opinions.
Jalen Wells, he's gonna have the opportunity. He's taking Desmond Bane's spot in the lineup, and so there's just a huge hole. He was a really good rookie, and they need him to be good this year on the wing as a defender and as a shooter and scorer. He's gonna have to step up. They need him. If they're going to be good, Jalen Wells is going to have to take a big jump. So that's why it's just an odds play. I like him a lot. He's the kind of player I love watching. And so Jalen Wells is my final pick. Honestly, getting him, he's top 12 in odds, and I got him in my last pick. I'll take that. Bronny. Hunter, I dare you to take Bronny.
Now, if you thought I was leaving this draft without a Laker.
He was the last person on the odds that I'm looking at, so I chose him.
Nah.
AJ Green?
Could you imagine AJ Green, Celtics legend? Also Bengals legend.
Facts.
I think those are 2 different AJ Green.
Not the same guy.
AJ Green's hilarious
Wells,
online.
We'll make him my last pick. He's a stud. I like him. Rich, this is your last pick. It feels like you've been leading up to whoever this last pick is.
DeAndre
Ayton. Rui Hachimura. No, I'm just kidding. I mean...
Oh, bro, I thought he was actually going to do it for a
second. It pains me. I'm not leaving this draft for the Laker. Just because I feel like it's going to kind of be more of the same next year. Luka takes a step forward.
Reeves is too good. Reeves is too good to win most improved.
I wanted to... I mean, he was in the running last year, but... He's
too good.
He's not going to win the award, though. He might get better, but I don't think he's going to.
Dalton Connect too good to win most improved?
I just think
Dalton Connect might not play.
And his morale was just all messed up after they failed to trade him after they tried to trade him.
He was so good before they traded
him.
Bro,
and I was so disappointed, bro, because I loved Dalton Connect when he got there. I'm like, the Connect 4 vibe. I'm like, bro, this is it. Like, we got a shooter. Then they just went and tried to trade him and didn't even get the guy.
It's more likely to me that we're doing a podcast in February where Rich is begging the Lakers to trade Dalton Connect than it is Dalton Connect winning the most improved player.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be there anymore. They traded him.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, even in the summer league, bro, he don't look like he's just.
Bro, he's my age, and it's going to be his second year in the league.
Yeah. I mean, it's just.
And we've well documented this. I'm going to have a cane any week now, according to Hunter.
I've never said that. That's all you.
Hey,
I keep butterscotch
You got the
candies
glasses.
in my pocket, Hunter.
let me know.
Just because you forced me into
Let me
it.
know when you upgrade to peppermints.
Bro, butterscotch candies are special.
Yeah, but
They're special, bro. I don't even care. I don't care what nobody says.
yeah, Lex loves butterscotch.
My grandma was at church on Sunday just handing out peppermints to everybody.
She does have like a Ziploc bag of peppermints.
She has a Ziploc baggie of peppermints in her purse. She just hands out.
Hey, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Church, get a peppermint.
Get a peppermint, bro.
Yeah.
Rich, you make your pick? No, you haven't made a pick yet. Who you taking?
No, man. I'm not leaving with a Laker, but I am leaving with a former Laker. I had him in mind before we started this, and he just happened to be on the list that you sent as well.
Kwame Brown.
Yes. Combined with Kobe for 82 points, and Kobe's 81
Yeah,
points.
he did.
Dog.
Dog.
But Max Christie, bro. Depending
Max Christie.
on what
Preach.
D'Angelo,
Tell me about it.
depending on what D'Angelo Russell brings at the beginning of the year, which I don't think is going to be much. Again, these guys are former teammates, and I feel like Max Christie has already had to pick up some of the slack from him before, so it's going to be kind of familiar territory.
Max Christie just don't cheat,
Wait, what do you mean?
especially on Iggy Azalea.
Oh,
Remember D'Lo, locker room?
yes. Okay,
Swaggy
I'm
P,
tripping.
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, keep everything away from D'Lo. Hodges, yeah, all that. But I think Max Christie, man, I don't think a lot of people give him enough credit.
I love
Again,
Max
this is
Christie.
about
I think it's a great
opportunity. It's not necessarily about what we've seen so far, especially for my last pick. This is about what opportunity he could get. D'Angelo Russell comes in and it's kind of placeholding for Kyrie until he gets back. And I feel like once Kyrie is back, Max Christie could boost himself above D'Angelo Russell in the depth chart, just out of not necessarily needing D'Angelo Russell to be in that role anymore when Kyrie comes back. If Kyrie is full strength, but I think it will be, because Kyrie's one of those guys that invest in himself, invest in his body. He's super religious and all that.
It
stuff.
feels weird. They're acting like Kyrie's a maybe, maybe not. Like, I would be shocked if Kyrie's not playing by the All-Star.
I think he's gonna be fine, bro. I don't have any doubts in that. If Kyrie even wants to really come back at that level, because Kyrie's gonna do what he wants to. So if he wants,
He knows what Kyrie wants to do.
Right.
Just tell him to stay off those Amazon documentaries, bro.
right? No, but if he can get the opportunity, I think he'll make the most of it. When in his time as a Laker, he had moments, not a lot of them, but moments where, like I say, he was either picking up the slack for D'Angelo Russell or just kind of being in that place, kind of like a Christian Brown was with Michael Porter Jr. there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's another guy that, given the opportunity, could be really good for the team, and not only really good, but be somebody that they rely on night in, night out.
Yeah, you're talking about Max Christie and D'Lo. I think the real question is when the team is full strength. Max Christie probably needs to close games over Klay Thompson at this point.
I think he will. Clay's
because
Clay's
just not the same defensively.
Yeah.
He's always going to be an elite shooter, but the question is Jason Kidd going to be bold enough to bench Klay Thompson, who makes all the money and is a 4-time champion and one of the greatest players of all time, one of the 50 to 70 greatest players of all time, for Max Christie. But Max Christie's a baller, man. I like the pick.
See, I mean, you don't even got to bench Clay, bro. Like, get D'Lo off the floor. I think let him do what he's gonna do, and sit D'Lo down for a minute, and even let Max Christie and Clay ball out together. Because Max Christie, I just think he's just underrated, bro. I watched him a lot. I was watching Lakers games last year, so beginning of last year, I guess. But I put him on a lot of tickets for parlays. He was one of the guys I could rely on for that. So if he comes through and can be a guy that the team can rely on, I think he has a good chance.
And he was hot when he got drafted too. And then once Kyrie got hurt, nobody on that team
Yeah.
No Kyrie, no AD. Like, there was just no point guard play, nobody to create any offense. There was nothing Max Christie could do.
He wasn't ready to be
But
in
when
that
he was
role.
playing with Kyrie, man, real 3-and-D player.
Yeah.
And he had a couple straight games in that 15 to 18 range. And he's going to play good defense. I like Max Christie a lot.
And I think one more thing, bro, before we move on. I think he could be for Dallas what Nickeil Alexander-Walker was for Minnesota.
I like that.
That's kind of where my head was at when I was thinking of him. So, if that kind of puts it in perspective, why I even picked him.
Well, I mean, and then you're talking most improved player or maybe even 6-man.
Yeah, 6-man. I mean, that'd be cool too. 6-man of the year.
Do you think of a defensive lineup that's got Max Christie, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, and whoever playing point guard?
Yeah.
That's just scary defensively. That's why I say Klay Thompson and go with the 2-big system with Anthony Davis and Derek Lively. You could also put Cooper at the 4, AD at the 5, Max Christie at the 3, and then you have Klay and Kyrie in the backcourt for offense.
That sounds like a crazy lineup, bro, on paper. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. But even then, man, you got Najee Marshall, you've got Caleb Martin, Daniel Gafford. Like, they're so loaded that I don't know who's going to close games. They have too many guys that should be closing games. Right. They're a loaded roster. Hunter, you got the last pick. Who's Mr. Irrelevant? Tell me it's LeBron James.
Steph Curry again.
No. I'm deciding if I want to go a Cav. I just don't see him winning it.
Come on.
I got some options that I'm looking at. Do you want to hear the full list or just who it is?
Yeah,
might as well.
Tell me who they are.
Reed Shepherd.
Mentions. I like Reed Shepherd a lot.
I was thinking about
Anthony Black. That's another one.
Oh, I love Anthony Black. Issue is he going to get the minutes now they got Bane?
That's why I didn't go with either of those two. I think Jalen Tyson has to be an honorable mention for me.
Hunter, what the hell? Jalen Tyson's going to be the 8th or 9th man on that team.
Exactly. That's why I can't go with him. He's the only player that can improve like that.
When you aren't even the 6th man on your team. Are you serious right now?
Definitely. Okay, we're not going to disrespect Jalen Tyson.
Are we serious?
Just wait. He's going to be better than every single.
Who's he
Celtics
playing
like
over?
Brown and Jason Tatum.
That's insane, Hunter.
You're right. He's going to be better than Tatum.
Tatum is better than Jalen Tyson right now today. On one leg, Jason Tatum is miles better than Jalen Tyson. I would take Jason Tatum in a boot over Jalen Tyson, and I like Jalen Tyson. You keep Jason Tatum's name out your mouth. That's a top 5 player in the NBA.
They're both JT, though.
Yeah. No, there's only one JT. Don't do that. Justin Thomas. Shout out the Open. Shout out Scotty Scheffler. Hunter, who we taking? Who else? I'm sorry about yelling about you.
Thinking it's probably Jarris Walker's my vote.
Jarris Walker?
Yeah. No big man on that team now, Alex.
Jay Huff, bro. Put some respect on
They haven't
Jay
really
Huff.
given him minutes since drafting him in the top 10. They have no big man. They're not making the playoff. Let your top 10 draft pick from a few years ago play. Last pick of this. Any chance to win it? I'll take it.
It's crazy. You took Jarris Walker before you took Benedict Mathurin. That's all I want to. That's all I want to point out.
Yeah.
You could have Benedict Mathurin, Shaden Sharp, Brandon Miller.
Alex, I go with the sleeper picks.
So that's what Maxwell's for.
And you're asleep. Fast asleep. Fast asleep. This was good. Hunter did exactly what I was hoping would happen, which is pull the most insane names out of a hat that you could possibly think of.
That's what we're here
I can
for.
do that with most improved, though. I can't do that with the other ones. Most improved, you can say almost anyone.
Yeah, it's real. Find us Trade Machine Pod on TikToks, on socials. Next week, we're going over Kobe's last game, 60 points. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. We're going to put Hunter on game. Hunter's going to watch the game. We're all going to watch the game this week. And I want to hear Hunter's first reaction. And Rich and I will talk about our live reaction as we were 18. That's insane. I love Kobe. That's insane. He just said overrated. 54 minutes into a podcast.
Sorry, guys.
He's trying to put the overrated Kobe.
This is my last episode of Trade
I'm
Nice.
not. I'm just trying to get Alex, and it's working.
Yeah. Honestly, Paul George is my GOAT. Shout out Brandon Miller. insane. Yeah, what the hell does that even mean? Follow the Trade Machine podcast on socials. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. It's gonna get real fun the closer we get to the season. Thanks for listening.
Kaminga's nickname.
Long live the Celtics. Do not tell your mom Kaminga's nickname. Shouts out.